that's the thing that you have to learn. And I think we
Okay.
are getting better at that. And I call it being okay with being selfish. And it's not selfish, but it feels selfish when you've been raised to be selfless. So it's just
Mhm.
like, well, you got to be selfish. You got to be selfish because ain't nobody else going to take care of you but you.
I like that. I like that. Anyone else? Darwin, did you get a chance to weigh in on this one?
Uh, no, I just want to say, like growing up, I think I was with all the smoke. So I was just when that phone rang, I was with it. What they do, where we at with it. What he say? Okay, I'm over there. With every situation. Being like one of the only guys in the family that was around all my cousins and aunties for like I got probably like the only guy. It's like three of us, three guys. I got a lot of female cousins, and two of them was like locked up for like a majority of their life. So I was always like more looked at myself like I'm the man of the family type. So I was like involved with everything. So and so I guess getting older, I kind of like I just deal with them as it comes. I just take each family member for what it is. So I don't look at them like oh it's a problem or anything. I just listen to them. If they got a problem, they can call on me for anything. I mean, I don't have to necessarily enthrall myself into it like I used to now. I can just, give them advice now, and talk to them. I think everybody's like you got choices to make. So I choose to deal with them how I'm going to deal with them and not how everybody else deal with them. I got family members be like, I don't talk to her because she always, well, that's you, I mean,
Mhm.
everybody in my family is family, and I would want them to listen to me too. So, um, if I don't want to talk to them, I just won't answer the phone. That's just it. If I answer the phone, that means I'm opening myself up to whatever you got going on. If I don't answer my phone, that means I don't want to deal with it. I can't deal with it. So that's just how it is. And I find myself not answering the phone a lot lately. So because I got kids now. I have a wife now. I mean, I got problems. I have life is going on, so I can't put my mental um I can't push my mental to that anymore, because
Okay.
I can't get overwhelmed with everybody's problems, and I don't want to overwhelm anybody with my problems. So if I answer the phone, I'm ready to deal with the toxic toxicity, whatever it is that you got going on. If I don't answer my phone, then I'm just not dealing with it. And that's just how I look at it. Like, so
Okay. All right. So I hear boundaries. I mentioned just being honest, straightforward, letting people know where you stand.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and not feeling guilty about it. I hear that from
Right.
you guys a little bit, knowing that, you know what, I love what you said, Cannon. You were like, it feels selfish because we've been taught to be
Be
selfish.
selfless. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know I personally have struggled with that, like, because I'm such a giver of my time, and like I like to serve, like I like to do things for people, and people know that. Yeah, you can relate, and people
Mm-hmm.
know that about
Mm-hmm.
me, and it's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I read this article some years ago, and it said people will go to you because they know you're gonna say yeah, like, and my aunt was
Mm-hmm.
like. Um, what and it was something else that basically that was the point, like they specifically go to you because they know that you're gonna say yeah, and they know that you're the one that's doing everything, you're gonna say yeah. My aunt says they choose the road of least resistance, and it's like I like to help, right? So it's hard for me to say no to certain things, but I've learned and I'm getting better at just saying no, just because. Sometimes it's just because I want to be at home. I might be able to do it. But I want to be at home tonight. Or
Mm-hmm.
I just want to lay on the bed and stare at the wall tonight. Like self-care is okay.
Yep.
Saying
Or
no. Because before I wouldn't say no if
yeah.
I had the money, if I had the time. and even if I didn't have the time, I try to make the time. Like it was crazy. And so I am learning not to be stressing myself out as much,
Mm-mm.
you know,
No.
making sacrifices for myself. Not saying that you never do it, because you do it for people that you love, right? And you want them to do it for you when the time comes, right? But you got to have some boundaries. You got to be okay with saying no just because. Not because you got some
Yes.
reason, just because.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you turn 40 and you like, no. And they like, why? And it's like, because I don't want to. And we done with the conversation. That's it. I had a bad habit. And Kenny has heard me do this before because I've done this on the phone with her. Like, I'll miss a phone call or this happened. And I am explaining what's been going on. And it's like, girl, shut up. You
Yeah, I
gotta
told her,
explain
I was like,
yourself.
you ain't got to tell me all that.
You gotta explain yourself. I used to explain myself to my family all the time. And now
Yeah.
I find myself drifting further away from situations where I feel like I got to explain myself. And now it's like my new response is no, because I don't want to. Because I one thing about being an unhealthy, toxic behaviors in the family is being the over helper and the oversharer. Because I've been there. Like, I'm the eldest of my sibling group, if you want to call it. Like, it's just me and my brother, right? I'm the oldest child. I have been the one to bear all these responsibilities with taking care of aging adults and parents going in and out of rehabilitation and granting grace and all of these things. And now I'm at a point in my life where I tell my family straight up, I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. Like, I don't. Like, you have family members, they only call you, just like you said, Ashley, because they know you're going to say yes. And then they only call you when they need something. And now I've been able to just assertively, in a very respectful way, haven't heard from you in a while. I'm sorry that you're experiencing this, but I'm not going to be able to do it. Well, why? Because I don't want to do it.
But
Now
to
let's
Tanner's
change the
point,
topic, or we can get off the phone. Like, I know that sounds very blunt and dry, but that's just where I'm at. Because if I don't set those strong boundaries, you will drain yourself. You will become someone that you can't even stand. One really big red flag when it comes to low self-esteem is a person's inability to practice self-care and to prioritize self. So I found myself in a situation where it's just like, I'm giving more to people and worried about more about how other people are living than myself. That is ill. That is toxicity. That's not good. Like, you need to
and
change this,
then
girl.
and then you find out, see, like my biggest lesson or my biggest
Mhm.
thing from my life is that I feel like I have to put the majority of my energy into taking care of myself and what
Mhm.
I'm responsible for, because then
Mhm.
you're not going to be burdening other people.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
because you can get into codependent situations
There
where
you
you're
go.
stretching yourself so thin and you're doing
Mhm.
so much that you even putting yourself in a bad spot, and then now
Right.
you need somebody to come help you, and it's just this cycle of ridiculousness. And it's
Right.
like, no, I'm not gonna spread myself that thin. I'm gonna take my energy
Mm-mm.
and put it right here, and don't nobody got to worry about me. Okay, don't worry
Right.
about me, and you worry about you, and let's just
Right.
do it that way.
I
Right.
think I was more worried about the guilt part, like being
Mhm.
like you said, being growing up with like living with practically all my family at one point in my life. All my aunties and my cousins became sisters and brothers and stuff like that. So, and and they had a part in raising me and taking care of me. Like, if I came over, my cousins is cooking me a meal. If I call one of my cousins and be like, "Hey, cuz, I'm hungry. Come on and eat," so it's like they took care of me. Like people do more for their brothers and sisters than they probably do for their cousins. But when your cousins are like brothers and sisters, you feel like obligated to do more for them now. So, and I think that's the way I grew up. So it's like I can't tell my brother, my sister no. When they call me for help or when they want me to listen to them or when they want me to act a fool with them, I can't do that. So and I feel guilty if I was to just like bow out and be like, nah, like because that's not how I just get down because we it's like like I said, like we're supposed to do more for our family. We're supposed to just go to the end of the lines, ride or die. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but when you get older and you start having more to lose, you start
Right.
realizing like some of these toxic ways is like, hey, nah, I can't participate in that no more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not beating up your boyfriend because you was wrong, cuz like I know back in the day, I used to do it, you know what I'm saying? But like I gotta think about stuff like this now. Like you wrong, you need
Right.
to go over there and apologize to him. And I kind of like him anyways, we talked about basketball and stuff, so you need to go and apologize now. But so it's different now. So because
Yeah.
I
Right.
have kids and I have to make sure I stay out of trouble and stuff like that. So
Right.
and I don't want to. But now I just, like you said, I don't care about feeling guilty because I know how to be right now. I don't have to just do it because I'm older now, so I can kind of check them and let them know, like, hey, we're not about to do this. I know you called me this and stuff, but no, you're not even about to do that now. I'm not participating in it, and you're not even about to do it now. As opposed to back in the day, like,
Tell
okay,
your daughter to turn that TV down.
yeah, I know she about to do it.
All right, someone in the chat says I can say no in several languages.
Yep. Yep. I'm telling you.
Oh,
And
and
it took
thank
me the
you.
longest
Yeah,
to
it
learn
is International Women's Day.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. Happy
Yes, it
International
is.
Women's Day.
Hey.
Thank
Yes,
you.
it is. Yes, it is.
Thank you very
No,
much.
it took me a long time how to learn how to say no, and that every no don't have an explanation behind it. Like I just, and then I think the important thing too is finding healthy family members that will be your accountability partners, because I do have a lot of first cousins. And I have cousins, like there was an incident that happened on my birthday last year. The family was here at my house. I hadn't had a birthday party, like a real party, since I was a little girl. My husband threw me a party, invited family. I was so shocked and surprised. Something happened, and it was like my cousin, she like gently grabbed my arm and she was like, "This has happened and you're not going to go anywhere because this is not your problem. This is your time to celebrate." And she said, "We're going to celebrate and you're going to spend the rest of your life celebrating yourself," because I was the child that had to grow up very fast. I was an adult when I was supposed to be a child. And now it's like all I want to do now is almost have a childlike reaction, like, no, I don't want to. It's like reverse. Like, no, I don't want to. We can learn a lot from children.
Yeah,
We can learn a lot from kids.
I kind of feel the same way because, like, I'm the oldest of
Mhm.
4, and so I was a latchkey kid, and since I was the oldest, there was a lot of responsibility that I had to have, like for my younger siblings and stuff like that. And I had my son young too. Like I had my son when I was a month shy of my 19th birthday. I had my son, so it was like I went from helping in the house with somebody else's kids
Now
to
you got
having
your
my
own
own kid and just having to constantly be responsible for other people. So I feel like, as I've gotten older, I have gotten more selfish, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna do some stuff for me. I'm gonna take some time for me, like,
Right.
I'm gonna, pour into myself and think about my needs for a change, So
Yeah, and I think people have to understand, like, people need each other, and sometimes we should make sacrifices for the people we love. Sometimes we got to go through the tough times with somebody, right? What I think our message is that you have to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Like Cannon said, you are of no use to anyone when you are not doing that consistently, and then you don't want people to misuse you. That causes stress and resentment. That's just not healthy, so we just have to put up boundaries and practice certain habits so that we have healthy relationships. And if it's hard to have that healthy relationship with somebody, there are certain things that you can do to keep at least your life healthy, yourself healthy. Sharice, I'm gonna let you close us out since you're our guest. I'm gonna let you close us out on this topic. Do you have any last thoughts that you'd like to share?
You have to be conscious of your mental health, and it's up to the individual to respect that, or it's time for you to move forward. as Black people, we want to take care of everybody. As Christians, it's the godly thing to do to take care of everybody. And sometimes we have to move the every and focus on our body, because when we fall apart, they're going to go to somebody else. And we really have to take care of our mental space, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, and financial. You know, we have to take all of that into consideration, and it's difficult. This is not something that we can implement overnight. This is a process of learning to reject. In a way, it's almost like rejecting our loved ones, because we all have those first cousins that are like siblings. But you have to cut off. And we have TT, you know, everybody that's like mama, and you have to learn how to say, I cannot do this. I'm not going to do this. And a no should have a period, not a question mark. So
I love that.
We have to start, and then having those conversations when we're with our families. You know, when we're sitting around talking, we bring up, let's talk about mental health and how we can set healthy boundaries. Those are some conversations that we should also bring around the Thanksgiving table.
All right.